Hold on. Hello? Okay. You can hear me now. Can y'all hear me? Yes. Oh, yes. Hola. Greetings, y'all. I'm trying to get my. Uh, this is not. Si se puede. Okay, very good. Y'all, I have been gone. We had a death in the family. And so handling all that jazz was all that jazz. Okay? Um Helping to plan, figure out, do the programs and all of that. It was a lot. It was a lot. Then cooking and doing all types of things. Thank you. I appreciate the condolences. So if I am needing to email you, I'm back in motion, baby. So be on the lookout and tomorrow at in your inbox. Okay, well apparently I can't find this. So apparently, hmm, I'm gonna have to go ahead and recreate this here thing. Hmm. Yeah, but listen, everything goes well. Excuse me, goes well. Everything went well. Everything went well. It was a beautiful service. My dear cousin Betty got her rest. Everything was beautiful. And for that, we say, Ashe. Ashe. Uh-huh. Y'all, why can't I find what I need to find? I would prefer not to have to sit here and recreate this thing. If I could just find it with the right thing on there. No, I don't want to do no shadow work. They don't want me to be great. So I'm just going to retype this. Need to know. I'm trying to get y'all TikTok cousins up and running. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Boom. Just round me out. Okay. Oh. Oh Lord, this looks janky. No, that looks janky. Wait a minute. Why does it look like that? Because the whole thing is wrong. See, y'all, you try to do the shortcut and you should just Do it the right way. Let me see something. What is y'all? Okay, you know what? When I tell you this thing here don't want me to be great, I swear. I swear to you, this don't want me to be great. Y'all, this stuff is uneven, it's raggedy, it's wore out, it's wore down. We're just gonna have to go with this one. Mm, this is a mess. I see some people sent already. We're gonna tap in with you. Baby. They said, listen, you ain't had your tail on here in a while, so get over it. I guess. But this whole thing, this looks so crooked. Whatever. We're here now. Oh, you know, I'm finna just put me on up here at the top like this. But even that looks crooked. Y'all, I'm sorry. This thing is just wearing me out. Why does it look like that? You know what? We sticking to YouTube today. That's it. I did my best. We're sticking to YouTube. 225. Wait a minute. For text message reading on 125. Zanaya, are you on here? Are you on YouTube? You just catch at me? What's this for? Did I do a reading for you 125 on the on the 2nd of January? Help me. Help me understand what's going on. All right, well, we're here. I was trying to get TikTok up and running, but it just wasn't giving what was supposed to be gave. Okay, and that shit, it just is what it is. It wasn't giving what was supposed to be gave, and that's it. So it just made me mad. I just didn't want to even fool with the thing no more. So we're doing some late night readings, y'all. So if you want a reading, just go ahead and send to the good old app of the Cash app. Send to the good old app of the Cash. Was Anaya on TikTok? But it said I didn't have nobody on there. Yeah, I'm trying. I tried with TikTok, but you know what, TikTok? We have come to the end. You didn't get yourself together. That's all. That's all, TikTok. You's out of order, huh? You gotta get yourself together, 'cause you now. But see, now I'm I'm a determined person, y'all. So now I just can't not fix it. I said I was leaving it alone. I'm not telling the truth. Because why is this crooked like this? But talk to me. How's y'all week been? They got the wrong price on here. But it looks a lot better. Finally, TikTok is straight now. Oh, yes, you are here. Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering. I was like, what's that for? Help me. Help me get clear. Help me understand getting the know of what is that about. Okay. So, like I said, TikTok. Hi, y'all. Hi, everybody on TikTok. I decided to get on here and do some late night readings. Just get me back in the flow. So, if you would like to get on the list for that, you can send your Cash App and your question. Cash App, your question, and also let me know your birthday. And TikTok people, it's 2222, not 25. I just was windmilling with the thing, and it ain't can't change it. Okay, so okay, Kaya. Key is it? Oh God, I be messing it up. Is it Kaya? Kia? I think it's Kaya. I think it's Kaya. Oh, like I ain't been on here in a long time. Or Lakia. I don't know what it is. I forgot. Oh, I forgot. I be wish cause names and stuff is important. So I be wanting to say the names right, but then I don't be on here for a long time, and then I forget how the name is pronounced. After a while, I'm gonna call you KP. No, I want to know how it's pronounced. Kaya, yes. Kaya. Kaya. Okay, Kaya. What's your question, baby? You conjured me up. You did conjure me up. I had I was telling the people earlier, I had a death in the family. And so, ooh, it was just a lot. General reading. Okay, yeah. Sounds great. It was just a lot going on. Okay. Hi, Intuitive Tiff. TikTok, just so you know, it's not $25, it's 22. But I can't update it. Okay. It didn't want me to be great. Hold on. Oh, I was trying to see what's going on. It, wait, it says it's still up here. Can y'all see me? YouTube people. Child, this retrograde is cutting up. I had my laptop plugged in. Why would it cut off? Okay. Michelle said I was seeing the older dim sessions earlier and you were on my heart. I see why. My condolences. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, I'm good. Okay, I'm on both. Okay. All right. All right, let me say my prayer. Divine Source, Divine Spirit. First, I'd like to say thank you for another chance and opportunity to be of service, to do what is necessary to help others get to their next step, their next level in their evolution. Spirit, alignment with my own being. Allow me to understand, receive, and interpret in a way that makes sense to the person I'm doing the session for. Call forth the ancestors and all the energies connected to me. That is working for my wellness, for my highest. Place hedge protection around me as I dive into the spirit today. All right, spirit, please connect me with Kaya's energy. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. We are ready to rock and roll. Kaya, Okay, Kaya. So let me look at one thing real quick. Let me see. Mm. Mm. Mhm. All right, Kaya. So first thing that comes out here, we got the Two of Swords. And when the Two of Swords comes out, this is definitely an energy that is based in the mind, in decision making. This is an energy here that speaks to having to weigh options, make decisions, right? You're going to find that currently, and if you haven't, you need to lean into that. Um, that I want you to evaluate, especially this week. Evaluate some of your funds and your finances, um, just to make sure that things are being paid how they need to be paid, and the amount of money you think you're saving is how much you're saving. And also, I want you to reevaluate some routines of yours. Okay, if there is a routine that you've been needing to start, wanting to start, a new routine, whether it's you waking up at a certain time, going to sleep at a certain time, exercising, whatever, start that routine, okay? Because this energy now is centered on you having a new start, you having a new beginning, but this week is going to be centered around you laying down a structure, all right? And you operating on a routine and a structure. So I want you to identify the areas of your life where you're kind of, just going with the flow. And I want you to see how you can better align and better structure that. Okay? Hey, Tammy. How you doing, Tammy? Lady, Tammy. How you can better organize and structure that, okay? We're in the spring season, y'all. So in that energy of spring, old folks talk about spring cleaning. Spring cleaning, okay? So make sure that that cleaning, of course, is physical, but also cleaning up our act, clean up our routines, clean up our diets, okay? So the spirit wants you to lean into that. Now, that groundedness, that masculine energy, because a lot of folks don't know that grounding is a masculine energy. It's a divine masculine energy. Grounding. Okay? That is why what y'all tell me to swipe for? Oh, hell. It's a masculine energy. All right. So work on that grounding, on that centering, and that's connected to routine, right? That's going to help with the decisions that you're getting ready to have to make. All right. And help you feel comfortable and confident in a balanced mind. Okay. I always talk about getting you some coconut water, some sandalwood, and some rosemary. All right. And making you a head wash, a head spray to help clear and lift that energy. Add some lemon in there too. Lift that energy on the head. Spirit also talks about, again, back to this head focus. We got the King of Swords here. King of Swords shows up here. That is, again, discipline, right? Being on top of it, clear minded, clearing the mind. So anything that you're going back and forth on, roundabout on, got to clear that. Okay? Make that spray. But this energy is all about mental clarity. But here's the thing. This year for you, you're in a number 7 personal year. And that is a year of introspection. That is a year of examining self. That's a year of going within. Go within. Okay? So, truly, definitely need to do it. I would definitely advise that. Definitely advise a good spiritual bath. Okay, but really center on clearing away any clutter that's on the mind, that's attached to the body, any stagnant energy. Um, you know, if you were to utilize any spiritual instruments, sometimes people have, um, those things that you ring, tuning forks, and moon, and what's that, bowls and things. Instead, I want you to utilize some type of, and this is just a note, not just for you, but for anybody, to utilize rattles, right? They have like the shaker instruments, rattles, and that helps to clear up stagnant energy over the body. Okay? So if you feel like you've been stagnant, feel there's a stuck energy and something needs to move, take that rattle and shake it over that area around the body and pray that the energy be lifted so that you can move forward. Okay? I had a death as well. I'm sorry to hear that. And I know it's been affecting me. Yeah. Yeah. So you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to lift that energy up. Okay? Last thing here, we got the magician card. This magician shows up. This card speaks to your manifestation abilities and that get clear about what you're manifesting. But here's the thing. I want your manifestation to not be material. I don't want it to be material. I want you to manifest for something that is personal, and something that is, oh, you cut off a guy you really like? Oh, okay. Were you going back and forth as to whether or not you should connect with them again? We got the Two of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck, which speaks to discord and disconnect and breakups. Hey, Love and Light Holistic, how are you doing? Okay, so there you go. That's that Two of Swords, that going back and forth. Okay, so that tracks. That makes sense. I understand what that's about. I'm gonna tell you, and we can. I don't have to pull on it, but I don't have to put on it from the space of like I already know. You didn't make the wrong choice. Okay, you did the right thing. Let me tell you something, and it tells the story. Two of Cups in reverse, disharmony, discord. Here, Ace of Cups in reverse, right? Emotional loss, like no emotional availability. Temperance card upright. Temperance card talks about the need to remove that to bring back balance to your life. I got you, love and light. Then we got the Death card. The Death card speaks to endings, right? And then all of this energy speaks to you moving forward. Okay, so that's why when I talk about this magician card, the spirit wants you to manifest something that is emotional, that is mental, that's wellness centered, that's not material. Okay, and that's gonna assist with the discipline. Okay, and you getting your head and your mind clear. Okay, so you did the right thing. And I'm sorry that all of this transition and stuff, but that seven energy that you're in this year is one that's connected to the loner. Not that you're going to be lonely, but that you're going to find yourself pulling away from people, pulling away from other things to reveal a deeper study on yourself. We have people come into our lives, just we be focusing on all the wrong things. Now we worried about them, worried about what they got going on. And ain't take no time to take a second thought, second guess, or worry anything about us. All right? Okay, Kaya? So you did the right thing. Do that, Bab. Do that clarity. Like I said, coconut water, rosemary, some sandalwood, could be essential oil, and lemon. Okay? Light you a good old white candle. Pray for clarity. balancing of the mind, your ori being connected, and you balancing your physical head and your spiritual head. Okay? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you, Kaya. I got Love and Light Holistic. Hey. Party over here. Party over there. Mm-hmm. Okay, you said you want a general. Remind me of your birthday. Love and Light. Been without it too long. Mm-mm. Show me the daylight. 331. Y'all, apparently, we in a retrograde, Chelsea. Hey. So technology ain't gonna be doing the right thing. No, it's not. It's not gonna do the right thing. But this is what I want to tell y'all. I've been telling y'all since January that this year is gonna bring about accidents, car accidents, all types of things. So it's very important that, especially in a number 9 year underneath a retrograde, that you are protecting your cars, you're praying over your things. Okay, got it. Come on, I can't wait to see you, Michelle. That you're praying over your car, you're getting you some good High John the Conqueror and some Efun, okay, some Cascarilla, okay, and you're putting that in your car, covering that High John the Conqueror, and you just cleansed your car, confirmation. Okay, and you putting that in your car to protect you during travel. All right, pray over that. Also, I know we will learn this in church, but the hoodoo in me, you know, there are we pray for traveling grace. Okay, Proverbs. Woo! Proverbs has a scripture for that. You don't have to use a scripture. You can make up your own thing, but you do need to speak that protection over you. There's a scripture, what's the one that I'm looking for? Psalms 121. The Lord will watch over your going out and coming in from this time on and forevermore. Replace Lord with your spirit, universe, mother. The mother will watch over you. Woo! Watch over your going out and coming in from this time on and forevermore. Okay? Whatever you need to do. But pray that before you leave home. All right? Because this energy, and it ain't the devil, it ain't a wicked spirit out here mystifying nothing. It's just the energy of the universe. It's a hot tempered energy. So you're going to see people that are more frantic and things on the road, who got the road rage and the ya. Okay? So, protect your car. Don't go trying to get into it with people. Don't be speeding. Because this is the year where you will be unsuccessful. And now you in the hospital, and now I got to be shaking rocks outside the hospital, then they're gonna arrest me. See what I'm saying? Just live right. Okay. Love and light. Yes. Source, spirit, connect me to love and light. So read what is she? Excuse me. Peace, Mama Goddess. How are you? What is love in my holistic view? Hey, y'all want me to get? They said you got the right path, baby. Try again. All right. So let's start here. You also are in a number 7 personal year. Okay? Let me just double check this because this makes total sense with what the Spirit has brought forth today. Yes, you're in a number 7 personal year. Okay? So this year is going to be riddled with deep study. Also, self-centeredness, self-focus. Okay? Just like Kaya was. Now, for you in this season, this month of March is centered in new starts for you. 7 plus 3 brings us to 10, which reduces to 1. So this is a month of new starts, okay? And so this Ace of Wands comes forth. Literally, this energy is about new project, new starts. But here's the thing. There's an energy of delay or a lack of motivation, okay? The Spirit wants you to get down to the bottom of that and course correct that. Whatever you feel some stagnant energy, I was telling y'all earlier, get you a rattle, okay, or a shaker, whatever you want to call it. And when you're doing your prayer, pray and shake that rattle over your body to remove that stagnant energy. Pass it through your ear, so forth and so on. But we need to get some activation going on here, okay? Let me see something. This also what I want you to do. I want you to get you an orange candle. Okay? And I want you to get some cinnamon. Preferably if you have some cinnamon oil. I want you to get some cinnamon oil or cinnamon. I want you to dress that candle. Cover that candle in that cinnamon. Or if you don't have cinnamon oil, get you some olive oil. Rub that candle down. Cover it in some cinnamon. Cinnamon is, of course, anytime we talk about these types of spices like that, those things heat up. Okay, so that brings a fire and a passion. Okay, I also want you to get you some ginger. Ginger is also for energizing something, speeding it up, and for movement. Okay, I want you to get you some rosemary. So ginger, cinnamon, rosemary. Rosemary is for clarity and strength. And another herb, eyebright. 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 That's going to help with that clarity. That's going to be a double hitter with the clarity and the opening of the eyes for you to see what it is you need to do clearer. Okay. I also want you to get some tiger's eye or carnelian. And I want you to take those herbs, take that candle. I want you to write out a prayer for motivation, a prayer for movement, okay, a prayer that pushes energy forward, right? Whatever the new ideas is, the new passion is, whatever that is, write that prayer down on a paper. Set that candle on there. Set those herbs around that. Okay? And light that sucker up. All right? I want you to do that. And if you happen to have any tarot cards, put this Ace of Wands next to the work. All right? If you have some tarot cards, if any of your tarot oracle cards have any card that's related to movement and forward progress, put that card, this tarot oracle, whatever, put that card or those cards next to this work. Okay? Once you have done that, take your it could be a fingernail, a piece of hair from somewhere, and burn that in the flame. Could be a piece of fabric or something that belongs to you. Burn that in the flame. That is going to direct the work towards you. Okay? So, I want you to do that. All right? We need to get some things pushing and moving. Okay? I also want you to be mindful of you feeling in disharmony with other people. All right? And really investigate what that energy could be. And what is that feeling, that off feeling that you're sensing? Like, what is your Ori highlighting for you? Okay? Because there's some disharmony that is, it's not always about the other person. Sometimes it's about us. And I think there's something in you that just needs to get realigned. I think this is tied back to the motivation thing. Okay? So when you do your morning prayers, ask your spirit team to center you, to realign you, okay, and let you be in harmony with the things you're supposed to be in harmony with. But you are in that number 7 year. And that number 7, that's a loner cycle. So you're going to tend to pull away from folks and be to and with yourself, okay? But just be mindful and ask yourself the question, I feel some type of way about her, and I don't know what that's about. Let me ask myself, do some deep dive, deep study, okay? Because in the end, it's going to be revealing more about you, which is what this year is focused on for you. Self-introspection, self-development, self-focus, self-center, okay? Yeah, King of Cups. This is talking about a balancing of the emotions, all right? All of that is something that is... what the focus needs to be. Okay? Balance, 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 balance. I want you to be mindful of this moon card that comes out here. This moon card here, especially, what zodiac sign are you? You're Aries? When you say your birthday was? Ooh. Are you an Aries? Yeah. Stubborn, oh stubborn, all you Aries are real stubborn. But that's okay. We love you, Aries. Yeah. All that fiery energy. So that makes sense with that motivation. Working with those hot-tempered, hot herbs, that's going to always be successful for you. Okay? You're Aries. Fiery. Good and fiery. All right. Be careful with this moon card energy. That's why it's important for you to not get caught up in the emotions. Instead of asking yourself, what is this about? What is this highlighting for me? Because this moon card here speaks to illusions and fear and the subconscious playing a role and messing stuff up. Right? So when you feel something off, instead of reacting or trying to figure out how to respond, instead go within and ask self, what is this about? And don't assume it's about the other person. Okay? Don't assume it's about the other person. Okay, love and light? Thank you. Listen, I think that's all we got today. Yes, thank you. So on point. Thanks. I appreciate that. So I'm going to close my list, but what we can do though, while my list is yet closed, let's just chit chat. Let's talk. Let me how I close this background? Effects, no effects. Y'all, I don't know if y'all hear that. I live in the medical center, so it's always all types of people ripping and running. All types of ambulance and all types of that going. So let's talk. Let's talk about some spiritual stuff. What's some challenges and things y'all been going through, working through? Let's talk. I'll start. I have realized that there has been 20 plus years of my life that I have believed something that was not true. I believed something about me that other people were projecting onto me, and it was not true. It was never true. But because I believed it, it became true. Because I believed it, it became true. Pissed. Pissed. So pissed. 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 And so I have been navigating that. We got to be very mindful of the things that we, we got to be mindful. Y'all, I need y'all to hear me good when I say this. Be very mindful of the things that you agree with. Be very mindful of the things that you believe. Because when you believe something, you trust it. You have confidence in it. You willing to go on the line for it. So be very mindful of the things that you agree with. Because y'all want to know a word that means agree? Please hold. You know a word that means agree? Conjure. 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 Conjure means agree. When you conjure, conjure means to swear together, to come into agreement. And so, because I believed it, Alafia Iya, because I agree with it, I conjured it. Are y'all hearing me? Because I believed it and thus agreed with it, I conjured it. And it was made manifest. So you have to be mindful of the ideas that you believe in and agree with, particularly the ones about yourself. Ask yourself, is this what you think? Is this what you believe? Or is this what you were told? Because that which you agree with is what will materialize. Because, here it is, the universal law of correspondence teaches us that your internal environment projects to your external environment. So the folks said it, you internalized it, believed it, agreed with it, because you don't, anything you agree with, you accept. Anything you accept, you agree. So you agreed with it, you accepted it, internalized it, and the internal projects to the external. What happens on the inside comes out on the outside, and then it is made manifest. So when we speak about conjure, there is an agreement. You ain't got to be shaking rocks, blowing smoke, falling out in the wind, covered in rose petals to be conjuring. Conjure. Let me get the etymology so y'all know. Conjure comes from the Latin root. Y'all know, y'all figure out how to pronounce that. Meaning to swear together, to conspire. Com, which means together. The other half, swearing to an oath. To swear together, conspire, or make a solemn oath. That's conjure. So, you got to be mindful of what ideas you agree with, and particularly the ideas about yourself. And sit back and ask yourself, is this actually what I believe? This week I'm doing, I'm working with my Ori this week. And one of the assignments is to identify things that you don't like about yourself and things that you love about yourself. This is what's blowing my mind. And Ia is on here. Hold on. I want to be clear. This is Ia. I call her Ia Jania. But this is Ia Owini Adina. I'm not going to say the rest of it because I'm going to mess it up. Ia Owini. Okay, I don't want it to be confused. I don't want no confusion. I'm talking about Ia Owini. Okay. Now that we done got that out the way. Y'all, when I was asking myself, what don't I like about myself? I thought, peace, highest fairy, I thought that there was more that I didn't like about myself than there actually is. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I never asked myself that question. I was always looking at it from the lens of the outside world and what others have said. But when I asked me, what don't I like about me? That list was so quaint. I mean, it had to be two things. And that blew me because I thought that there was more that I didn't like about myself. I thought that I was in greater disagreement and disharmony with myself than I actually was. But when I sat back and I asked myself the question, the lie detector determined that that was a lie. And the list of things that I actually love about myself, I was running out of space. Because I was realizing the difference between the projections and the true reflections. Thoughts that I was maintaining were the projections of other people, not a true reflection of myself. Dear God, dear God, not a true reflection of myself. So I challenge you, sit down with yourself and examine what are the things that you actually believe as opposed to the things that others have said to you. What is the difference between the projection? What are the projected beliefs? And what are the true reflections? Because people will have you all mixed up. And you got to get clear with yourself and figure out what you believe. Because I think I'm great. I really do. I think I'm brilliant. I think I look great. I think I'm very witty. I can come up with things very quickly. It takes me no time to come up with business ideas, creative things. I think I am a very brilliant person. That's what I believe about myself. I think I'm very fashionable. I love my fashion sense. I also love the fact that there are aspects of me that are not as put together. My wordplay is top tier. It is top tier. Thank you. Like I said, I love my fashion. I love my outfits. I love how my mind sees things. I love my shoulders. I have a very broad chest and broad shoulders. I love that about myself. I love my bone structure. I love my eyes. I love my lip area. This whole lip area. Like I said, I also love that there are aspects of me that are not like this, that are not pulled together. I love that there is I know y'all see all this, but there's a nigga at the deep bottom of me. With a capital N, bold print, underline, 250 point font. Truly. Listen, and if that bothered you, get your ass off of here. But the truth is, that's the truth. There is truly, because there was a version of an aspect of me that had to survive. And there's an aspect of me that is like, I've tried the peace. I tried being gentle. But even if we think about Obatala, the Risha, the white claw, closely associated with mindfulness and being centered and peacefulness. Olatala was also a warrior. And so there's sometimes peace. There's a peace that is centered and balanced in namaste and meditation. But then there is a peace that is gained through war. And so I love that. I love that, like I said, there are aspects of me that's not all centered and focused in this way. But I can go another direction. I love that about myself. I also love that I'm a clear communicator. I don't really mince words. I'm very much like, I need you to understand that what you did was unacceptable. And I reject that and you. And we won't be having another conversation after this about anything. Alafia. I love that about myself. Okay? So, when I was doing the exercise, like I said, there was so much stuff that I loved about myself, as opposed to stuff that I didn't like. I found out that the stuff that I thought I didn't like weren't even real things. I found out that the stuff I didn't like, the thoughts, me thinking that there are things I didn't like, those are just me recalling what other people have said. I'm also a short person. I'm not tall, so I know that you may get my vibe, my energy, and think that I'm tall. I'm not tall. I'm not tall, but I'm mighty. Okay? I'm not tall, but I am mighty. I've never had a problem with my height. Never. I've never had a problem with my height. I've heard people talk about short men, I don't want to date short men, and short this, or you short, da da da, and all that stuff. I've never had a problem with that. Because there's been tall people that have come to me and thinking that they were going to do something to me. Again, y'all, this is in the other aspect of me. Because I'm short, that they could say certain things and do things. And very soon, they were on the ground much lower than me. So I've never had a problem with my height. It is what it is. Let me tell you something. If this wears you out, if you can't take this, okay. Shorter people live longer anyways. I'll be singing at your funeral, baby. Okay, see, I'm on here. I'm on here late. This is what happens. I'm on here late. But anyways, I have really been centering the self, identifying parts where I need to be tidy, where I need to be routine, connect with my Ori. Wow! Holy Ghost! And I am doing a lot better. And something that my godfather says, he says, anytime I ask him how's he doing, when he's not in a good space, he says, I'm doing better than I realize. And I extend that to y'all. You're doing a lot better than you realize. And you're always doing better than you realize. I'm doing a lot better than I realize. Okay? A lot better. Because I guarantee you, there's things could be a lot worse. You could be going through all you're going through with no legs. Things could be a lot worse. In a space where you may feel as though you're not being so successful, there are other spaces where you're doing excellent. And even in the space where you think you're not being more successful, I guarantee you that you are doing better than you realize. So that need to be your response. That's going to be my response anyways. How are you? I'm doing better than I realize. How are you? How are you? Because that statement's always true. I'm doing better than I realize. A lot better. There's a tag in this shirt, y'all. Why would y'all put a tag near the armpit? Oh my God. Not me looking like I'm on here itching. So yeah, that's just been some things. But I feel lighter. I feel a lot lighter. I feel my energy lifted. Yeah, I feel great. Feel great. Anything y'all want to talk about before we get up out of here? Anything you want my perspective on, my viewpoint on? No? All right. I love y'all from a life-filled place. Go forth, conquer, do well, be well. Talk to y'all later.